Recording in progress.
Oh, I also found out why we were having
Recording in
so many
progress.
problems over the past few weeks. We were kept having internet issues where we were dropping and I was disconnecting. What was happening is my Ethernet cord had come unloose from the computer, so I was running on just like Wi-Fi. I mean, just like the bandwidth connection, and it wasn't like direct. Usually I'm just directly plugged in, so we should not have those issues anymore. Knock on. This is what.
It's always something.
Yeah. So as I was checking, I was like, oh, this is probably what was going on. So, no grand, I think, opening for tonight, other than I think several, since we last left off, Grindbone has been liberated, and that came through you all doing some very charismatic, persuasive work with Manavir, with the church, with Hamedis, who is connected to the church, with this idea of changing the landscape of Grindbone and turning over a new leaf. I imagine with Manavir's being able to see a vision for a new town, and something that was more, something that he would run that would be less about the slave trade and misery and the selling of flesh. This would be a place where merchants could thrive, and commerce and theater and entertainment. And so I imagine he sees the vision, and from there you've Gunny, our wolfkin, kind of has taken charge, has become like captain of the guard. We're talking about just 2.5 days have only gone by, so it's not like everything is just, we're not seeing a whole new town, but you're seeing the change, you're seeing the shifting. You're watching over the past 48 hours as the slave pens are being dismantled, and being used for, maybe livestock being brought in, being as Manavir tries to figure out how to change and shift what was into something new. The desecrated body limbs that were nailed to the walls have been pulled down, and the few thieves that were around have been arrested and quartered. This still leaves, I guess, more for the group, Coin and Candor, to explore. They do have some people that they were going to run, letters or missions for. There's a lot of things to think about. This town you took out Unda, but on the same night it was attacked by these skeletons. Who are the skeletons? Where are they coming from? Why
they
are
came from that place?
From Tibet. So I imagine that's information that maybe Manavir is new to. You all have a little bit more grounded, understanding of that. I'll say that. What are some things to? I'll say that I've placed some question marks around just to show that there's been some changes. Like the guild hall is no longer Unda's, as Manavir plays. So if you want to go find Manavir, he'll probably be here as he's moving into the Duke's home, kind of as putting himself as the magistrate or maybe the mayor of sorts of the town. Maybe he's even figured out what he's gonna call himself, as the Gilded Chain, which used to be, it was already half burned down, but there's been some construction in the past about figuring out what to do with this place. But very early, one of the slaves turned out to be a dwarven fellow who you've seen the past couple of days setting up shop. It looks like this is going to be a general store of some type. The chapel is still here, where Hamedis is normally drinking or praying or taking money from folks who are willing to give it. And then the merchants, there's a new merchant square. So you have noticed that there has been some folks coming into town, not a huge bustle, but those who do stop in, like yourselves, Manavir is welcoming them. I imagine that some of these merchants are likely remember when the festival that just happened some days ago at Daru. These are like folks who are probably moving down the road and have stopped in here. So there are some stalls that are open. This used to be the little makeshift makeshift theater that Manavir put on. So now that Manavir has gotten rid of that, he gets to actually use the amphitheater that was built for that, where we were having the slave square. The slave square where the fights were happening is now Manavir's official theater.
Much better. I was afraid he was going to turn his back on his artistry just because we got him a real job. But
the Alderholm Tavern is where the drinks are still flowing and the scumminess is still being scummy here. Like, you know, there's so that hasn't changed all much. You also have multiple barrels of dragon fire to figure out. You all can start amongst yourself figuring out what you're going to do with. Those are some things to think about. In addition, what I will say is I actually do want to start, actually, now that I think about it, in a way that sets the stage. I want to, on this morning, some 48 hours from when the town was attacked, we find, all that I just gave you is just kind of like peripheral to nature of like what you've been experiencing. But you've been called to the amphitheater down below, and you find Manavir waiting to greet you. Good morning. And almost as a shot, we kind of skip forward if a little bit of time, like I'm just kind of putting this together almost in terms of shots more than like role playing it out. But we find that you all have been people, free folks, men and women, halfling, dwarf, alike, wolfkin stand, free and quiet listening, as Manavir goes on about some speech about kind of like praising you all as heroes, telling your praises and your stories. And in addition, he begins to speak about the changes to Grindbone, and how Grindbone from this day forward, because of you and because of, he gives himself a little pat on the back, and because of himself and the way he talks of the way he found you, the way he saw you, he knew that they were, he knew this group was special. And he speaks of where the gate above, they've taken the timber down that was arched, that I think at one time said something to the effect of I can't find my actual, but it had this card. It basically spoke to how people were essentially bodies for trade. That now reads a village run by choice, not chains. And below it says, "No man owned, no woman bound." This is carved above Grindbone.
Yay.
And so Gemma, you do see in her knightly hood, he has to do a little bit. He makes sure he does a little bit of praise, gives a little nod to the holy order. And Gemma walks up to you, and as she walks each of you, she kind of puts a medal, and the medal has a symbol. Each of you gets this medal that has a symbol of like the sun kind of adorned on it, this golden on a ribbon, and very nicely adorned. And as she hands it to you, she kind of does a mark, like touches her forehead and kind of signals across and says, to the Almighty God Emperor, he who blesses you, to the Almighty God Emperor who blesses you. And once you all have been like, blessed and laid with these medals, everyone cheers, and there's a bit of a roar, and they go, "Well, drinks are on the, come to the tavern, drinks on the house throughout the afternoon." And some flowers, petals are thrown. They're rose petals that are mostly dead because nothing really grows well. I mean, it's not the soil's not the best here in Grindbone. And at least the bread won't no longer be soiled with bits of blood as it gets passed around. And Gemma just gives you all a nod. Good work. When you are ready, come see me at the church. And walks away. I will leave you all to your devices in this moment. Where will they go next? What do they do? What's on their mind? What's important? You know, no one's around you. No one's eavesdropping. It's just the party.
Kaz will look at the group and like, now I got this taken care of. I need to fulfill my promise to investigate the tavern down south.
I mean, sounds good. Not gonna lie, with all these skeleton guys running, no offense, Jimby, with all these skeleton guys running around, I'm kind of worried about how things are gonna be up here. Maybe, I wonder what the other people from Daru are up to. Maybe we should try and go word to them? See if we can...
And basically, I'll just interject myself also. And so, if there's anybody you want to talk to, any place you want to go in Daru, that's basically like you can choose one of the question marks or think about it that way in terms of like Manavir will be at the home, Hamadis will be at the church, that kind of thing. But you want to, if you want to go shop, you got the store. If you want to go drink, you've got the.
Can you spoil for us, Malcolm, if the Saturday group is going to be dealing with those skeleton guys?
I think you're all going to be dealing with them in the long run. I don't think this is a problem that's going away anytime soon.
Okay, well, maybe at least as we pass through Daru, I would want to warn them that, by the way, those skeleton guys are showing up in other places too. So we cleared out Grindbone, so we won't have to deal with them for a while. But
Grindbone, I think, is more prepared now if another attack comes.
Yeah. True.
But we should definitely warn, as we move down south, we should warn as many towns as possible that this is now... We
don't need, as we go through, be like, hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah.
The scourge from the place are coming.
Phantom menace. There's a phantom menace. Yeah. All right. And then other than that, if we're going to hang out for a little bit, I'm going to say that I'm going to look around for craftsmen, see if I can help out with any blacksmithing or tanning, and, and then look to see if there's anyone around that can show me on some magical crafting.
Who do you think you would, are you just generally like just talking to folks as you come across them? Were you anyone you would go talk to about it or ask about this?
Well, I don't recall you saying that there's anyone specific here that even can or knows, except for the mentor back down in Jerusalem. So I would just go to where the blacksmith is, the blacksmithy, and ask around from there.
I'm going to say right now they are either without a blacksmith, they've always either like purchased their weaponry, or their blacksmith was likely killed. There's been two title changes of villainy in months at this place. And so you're probably as good as if anything, like, if you're looking for, you don't find, and remember, like, unless you're talking to someone specific, then Manavir is probably your main hub for information. He knows everybody,
here.
And other than that, you're literally like walking through the market square talking to people, but you don't see a blacksmith. Like, it's not like there is one in town right now.
All right. Huh. I wonder if we do decide to stay, I wonder if I could make some money as a blacksmith.
Or you could go to the general store and talk to the dwarf in the gilded chain to see if there's a need for it, or that kind of that could possibly be an option as well.
Okay. It depends on. I think it really depends on what we decide to do. If we want to leave right away, or if we're going to stay here for a while. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to stay here for a while, or should we head out? Because I have a mentor already and a mission to.
Maybe not.
Is there anybody that's going to try to study magic? Because this is what you guys always do. Where you guys like, we want a downtime episode, and then you guys leave and go get into a fight. And like, what do y'all want? Yeah,
long term. Do we feel like has Zathea zapped me now?
Zathea has not showed up. Here's actually what I need. In Legend and Alchemy, if you can, Cheryl, can you roll a d20? Because I want to be able to see the roll.
You don't trust me?
I just want.
How about
This is one I just want to see.
On almost Pride
I
Month.
trust you. Oh my gosh! Don't do that. You know I trust you. Oh my goodness!
Where's our game?
Just a regular D20, not a skill check. This is. There is a 1 in 20 chance. A 1 in 20 chance of something happening.
Did you have? Or wait, am I logged on? Yeah, I'm logged on the right way. I can't see our game in Alchemy.
Oh really? You should be. Yeah.
Hey, there. Just refresh for me.
Also, I finally found out where in Alchemy where all so like there is a place now where all of your characters can be housed, kind of like in D&D Beyond, in the Dragonbane universe,
I saw,
and then
yeah,
they can be pulled from.
I was clicking around.
Yeah, that's
What I get?
What you get? You got a 3. Okay, so
Alright.
next session.
Is when that's
so
good, or is that when that's bad?
That's it's a nothing, and that's a nothing burger. It didn't work. I mean, it didn't. So basically, what I'll above table, what this is, it is, Zathea isn't omnipresent. Zathea didn't just feel the magic in the wind and know you have, but Zathea is likely to check in on you from time to time. So in 2 days, Zathea has not checked in on you.
So I just have to be like holding up the emerald.
So
every night
basically,
just in
you
case.
need to hit a dragon, but it's on a but the next game you will not roll a d20, you'll roll a d12. If you don't hit that game, next game you'll roll a d8 and a d10, then a d8, then a d6, then a d4, and eventually d4. Likely, whenever you roll a 1, Zathea will likely show up that episode. And so I'm leaving it not to my own devices, but to chance when Zathea actually decides to check back in with you, because Zathea does not know you. So hopefully you still have the stone by that point.
Well, yeah.
so hold on to it.
Potatoing Zathea's girlfriend, like.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I suspect that the Veil is going to come crashing back here anytime soon to try and re-wand us for the gem? Because I mean, they assumed that was the thing they wanted on us.
Yeah,
they don't assume that.
Here's the thing. You all watched. Yes? You gotta go to bed?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
We
I
did watch.
can only be so quiet, so you have to try to go to sleep and just...
Oh, poor
Okay, I will. I'll
poor
try.
thing.
All right,
Poor
so
thing.
I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm ordering you.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Thank
Sound
you.
muffling wall pads.
I need some, yeah.
I'm sending you egg crates by the
Okay,
dozen.
thank you.
You gotta go with hearing aids, hearing buff.
Or one of those.
So-
don't they have like there's a guy who has like a fucked up. It's like a microphone that seals around your mouth,
Is that
so you can like make calls in like silence.
silence? I might have to try that. Yeah, that might when I need to track. She's like, you're making too much noise. Okay, well, I will say then that you saw Valeth Doom take the old man and put his stone in the crown. At this point, if the crown hasn't rejected it, hopefully that's at least bought you some time, or until they take for. Or I don't think we even really know. I don't think we even know if maybe the crown can accept other elven gems, maybe of a certain caliber. Maybe it actually will work. I think that's just left. I don't think we know.
Okay,
I don't
so-
think anyone knows. And so I think I think your question is a good question. I just don't think there's any way I can answer that for you truthfully or honestly, because it's just not known.
So Makeda's a little
Yeah,
worried about
there's a little
sticking around
anxiety.
for too long.
Yeah.
A little anxiety.
But so far, there's been no, it's been a, considering how life is in the Ashlands, it's been probably the most relaxing, the best bit of sleep you've been able to get in some time.
Ashton will be studying Tashur's spellbook to learn, or to attempt to learn, Farsight.
Okay, so
I would like to try and learn crossbows.
okay, so here's the thing. It's been 2 days, so I'll allow you to take at least just like usually you won't march. I imagine if you don't march more than 2 shifts, you probably don't work or study more than 2 shifts in a day. So if you took 2 shifts out, so you're looking at 4 shifts, you could roll on 4 different spells in the past 2 days and you will have access to them at the end of today's. Well, you'll if you make the initiative check. going into our next sessions, you'll have them available to you. So it's not like, so think about it like that. Like you have up to 4 shifts if there's other things. Now you said, Cheryl, you're trying to practice crossbow.
Yes.
I imagine there is some decent archers in the village. You find a fellow, and actually maybe Gunny's willing to assist you. And I imagine Gunny being at a teach level with actually, let me look at, actually, long as Gunny's skill level is above, I think Gunny's archery skill level is above 12. Let me take a look.
Makeda's just running around with her little clock. Like, who wants to teach me how to use this? I will give you 5 gold if you teach me how to use this thing. She's just pointing the clock at everyone.
Sounds more like a threatening them.
Little 4 foot like nothing, little hyena cannon, big sunglasses. Just teach me how to use this.
Yeah.
And no one gets hurt. Which one of you knows? One of you has to know. Tell me.
So technically, Gunny's right below teachable skill, but I, let that fly. It doesn't matter. So you can.
Fine, I'll do it.
You can mark your. So this is a free advancement marker. So the thing is, you're not gonna for this. It's not like a spell. So you're gonna mark your what do you call it?
In the handbook it says you do it immediately.
For skills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then okay.
I know because I wasn't doing my homework today. Instead, I was rereading the
okay, then I was wrong there. Okay, because I know with magic spells, you actually
says,
you can roll immediately.
Make the roll immediately,
but you don't
waiting. So I then can technically check it again.
So then, okay.
The
now let me ask you this about skills, because I know in magic skills, it makes you not be able to use it until the next session. You don't immediately get access to the spells. Do you? So this is just you can immediately
Discord.
use. Yeah.
I screen capped it.
For magic spells? No, I know. I'm believing you. I'm saying I was just saying it's different for magic spells.
I don't know about magic spells.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
screen capping.
You're good. So that's probably why I was leading off that. So let me stay quiet. Okay.
Skills.
So, okay, good. So then did you succeed? And did that go up?
I will do it right now. I was checking to make sure I could.
Yep. Rolling high on this one. Higher than.
Higher than my skill right now, which is 8.
Okay, so as long as you get 9.
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, so then you just got
Yay.
Skill is 9. Oh, and then I think earlier I was talking about, remember we kept talking about if someone learns a new magic, do they get their base skill or do they get like a train? Does it count as a train skill? And it does.
No.
I originally said no, but after reading, it counts as a train skill. So it does. If it's a magic, then it will be like your base. So if your base is 7 and you learn it, like so, Jameson's whenever he learns new magic will always be at a 14 because the base skill is 7, because it was trained, it was learned in that way. So that's something to let you all know.
Makeda like runs up after a shift spent training with Gunny, runs up to where Ashton and Kazan and the fluttered Jumbi are. He's like, look what I did, and holds up an apple that she's managed to shoot with a bolt from her crossbow. Look what I did. Look at it. Gunny in the back is like, it took her like 3 hours. And I'm like, look, I got one.
That's impressive. I take the apple out and I start eating it.
Hey, no, my trophy.
That's very delicious too.
Malcolm.
Yes.
So I'm only gonna learn 2 spells because one is a level 1 spell and then the other one's a rank 3 spell.
Okay.
So I feel like it's learning a bunch of rank 3 like 4 rank 3 spells in 2 days is absurd.
Feel you. Okay, that's fair.
Especially because it's.
Do you have and you have the prerequisites for the spells already?
So the first spell I'm learning is the prerequisite for the other spell.
Got it. Okay.
So the first spell is Farsight.
And
then the other one is Teleport.
Okay. Just make a.
And I don't think learning how to teleport and do a bunch of other stuff in 2 days is very feasible.
Fair enough. I will agree with that. Okay. And then. So we've kind of montage. We see them like learning new things, preparing themselves, a little bit of anxiety as Makeda's like, man, should we really be sticking around here? But Is there any need to purchase, even if they are preparing to go on the road? Is there a need to purchase? Is there to get anything before they head out? Are there?
Are there any health potions for sale?
How much gold do we have?
We have a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot, but we have enough.
The potions are expensive, aren't they?
I was looking in the handbook again earlier today, and they didn't seem as pricey as I was afraid they would be. But it looks like we have 230 gold and 620 silver. Let me find that.
So what you find very quickly is where are you going, to the marketplace or to the Gilded Chain? Where are you starting your search for?
Let's start off at Miniver's Joint.
Okay, so Gilded Chain is so Miniver's Joint. So you go to Miniver's home, the guild hall, or the
tavern.
The tavern. Okay, the tavern. The tavern is just full of a bunch of rowdy folks, and you find that there is why does it look like I updated all of this information? Okay, so you'll know here that the building is kind of packed full of, like, village folks. Music is blaring, even in this early morning, because I guess people are celebrating the freedom of the town. It's a bit disorderly. There's a lot of heavy smoke, sweat, smell. People filling their gut with booze and laughing and throwing knives at some poor servant who's maybe signed up to be spun on a wheel. And that's what you see when you walk into this spot.
Jeez.
So they haven't lost their full on sensibilities for sure.
Good for them. We'll go up to how about we go up to, like, the bar or something?
Yeah. So as you go up to the bar, the fellow there is bald, kind of a tan-skinned, leathery, face that's probably, like, toiled in the sun, and it's kind of wiping down some mugs and setting them out, and he goes, "What can I do you for?"
Nikita thunks her elbow down onto the bar. A wide shot shows that she's on her tippy toes to get up that high. I'm in the market for things of a particularly magical nature, if that is the sort of spirits you imbibe.
Well, I'll tell you, the drinks aren't magical here. Neither is the food. But, I mean, we're just getting started, and...
maybe anything not on the menu that has a particular invigorating quality?
I'd honestly... if I was you, I'd look at the marketplace if you're looking for... I don't keep anything magical here.
Got any nice booze that might sell well if we hoof it 100 miles?
Well, I was talking to Manavir about, there was one barrel of a good cask of our liquor that was brought back from up there. It might have been you all that brought it back.
Coin Cackle Consortium.
He goes, yeah, let me see what I got here, and goes in the back, and he brings out a bottle kind of wrapped in rope, and then the top is corked and of course, like, kind of wax sealed, and he's like, good whiskey. It's always was kept for only this. We finally have access to some of the, actually this isn't from the heel. This is actually we have access to some of the things that the slavers and the thieves guild had. I will part with this one for, you said something really good and really pricey. 20 gold.
20 gold. How well do I think that's gonna? What's the upsell, Malcolm, that I think I can make on this down in the place we're heading next?
like I imagine, like I would convert that and think it's kind of like buying a $200 or $300 bottle of whiskey, and anyone who has money, anyone of any kind of nobility who has money to spare, will probably find it appealing.
Okay.
Considering there isn't anyone mass producing, this whiskey right now.
Okay. I will reply. I will look at it. I'll kind of like hold it to the light, kind of roll it around to look at the glimmer, and then I'll be like, could you do 15?
We are heroes.
We are heroes.
Well, we are a fresh new economy, and we've got money to be made. It's no longer operating on, people. So, and this is one of the things you will notice going forward. So everything in Grindbone is double marked. Everything is double what it would be anywhere else. So anything in a general store, double. So you're looking at 2 times from the from you're looking at like a
so we should sell
markup.
some stuff here.
Give me a bartering check.
Bartering. Oof. Bartering. If it meets, does it beat?
It does.
Yay. Barely a success.
All right. So with that success, the whiskey is handed over to you. Now, the whiskey is quite expensive. You could easily just use it to sell. What I will say, jot this down, Cheryl, that if drank, there are. Let me put this. There's a whiskey.
What's the name of this tavern again?
It's Alderholm Tavern, and so we'll say there's 10 drinks in the bottle. Each drink will each drink will cure disheartened condition. But if you fail a con check, you will automatically, even though you cure disheartened, you will take either angry or sickly. So it's just liquors. This isn't magical. This is just the effect of this very strong, that's been aged quite long whiskey.
Lol. I'm tickled.
Cures dishearten, but con save or take sickly.
Okay.
And
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Or angry. Good stuff. Yep.
For 15 gold. Okay, cool.
So you come out of that with something pretty nice.
Something we can sell.
Yeah, something you can sell.
Ooh, if I do... No, because this will just point us towards the shit that's already in my pocket. My treasure hunting ability, but no, that'll just lead us to this that we already have in our pockets. Maybe once I'm at the marketplace, could I use that treasure hunter ability?
Sure.
So 3 willpower, and I get a sense of where the good stuff's at.
Yeah, you get a sense that basically the Gilded Chain sells mostly what you've learned, just maybe even heard from folks. It sells light sources, lanterns, stuff like that, tools, containers, hunting, fishing gear. All your trade good stuff is going to be there. No weapons, but all that kind of stuff. If you're looking for something magical, for sure, it looks like the marketplace is probably your best bet. as you
Did we want to try and sell some of those masterworks while we're here, or do we want to hold on to those just in case?
If you can find some buyers, you can sell it for double, it sounds like.
Yeah. But they don't sell weapons. Is there like a rule they don't sell weapons in the marketplace, or is it just that the marketplace doesn't have like blacksmiths weapon vendors?
There's no vendors right now for weapons right now. Yeah. So that's something that like at this time, and so here's the thing, like what you find in the marketplace, that the old theater space has now been cleared to make way for merchant stalls. It's more of like a farmer's market with out-of-towners selling. Also, it's a farmer's market combined with like wares are set up here. So if there was, you know, a someone selling gear, they would be here, but they are likely to not be. These aren't necessarily permanent, like these people may be traveling through. So right now, on today, you just don't have any weapon folks selling anything. So and also, if you were interested in setting up a shop, daily merchants pay 20% of their sales to the market master, whose Menevere has hired, and permanent merchants pay 10% monthly on their sales to the market master. You give me, this is kind of like as you're looking around and give me a bartering. This isn't really bartering, it's more like looking around and eyeing things. Makeda, give me a bartering check.
Fail.
Okay. Do you want to push? Otherwise, you're still going to get some pulls, but if you get a success, you get more. Okay.
I'm good, because like I said, I don't think Makeda's interested in sticking around for too long. She's kind of like thinking, what can I get through shopping in like a day?
Sure then.
What's like a single
so
trip
then you
through
are
going
going
to for potions and
Yep.
saleable goods.
So then you are going to roll a d12 for me 3 times.
Ugh, okay. An 8, a 10, and a 9.
8.
Wow, tight cluster.
Yeah, that's interesting. 8, 10, 9. Okay, so some of the things that you naturally come across in the market are there's a vendor selling these like smoked marsh like drake strips that basically count as rations. Normally you don't often get to buy rations, so you do see someone selling those for 5 silver per strip. You see a vendor selling these little glow cap mushrooms in pouches, and each of those in a satchel. Each use, who knows what they do, but you see someone selling mushrooms. And then in addition to what you rolled, you've noticed or picked up on one vendor is selling like slave brands that were probably used here, as almost like maybe it's those who might be like scholars or merchants, those who collect these things, or like these brands and pokes, things like that, selling those. And then you see a fancy, like almost like a timepiece clock that turns out to be a compass that's being sold. And then you also see a nice cloak, and you hear the lady behind it saying spider silk cloaks. And so those are some of the things that maybe like stand out to you. A little bit more fishing around could, might be other things.
Are spider silk cloaks like magical, or is it just like a rare like silk material?
It's just a rare silk material. It is spider silk is, I know that.
Just to cover up my armor a little bit.
That's actually a good idea.
To do what?
Use it to cover up his armor a little bit.
To cloak over my armor to cover it up a little. There's a little too much attention, honestly.
Yeah, make a tabard or something, like a tunic that goes over the front of the armor even.
So let me look in the book. Cloaks do have a use. Let me pull that up here.
Cloak protects against some journey mishaps.
Okay, so I have to go to journey. So let's say journey mishaps.
102, page
Protects
102.
against bludgeoning.
102.
Actually, I'll just make myself something. I can do that.
But out of like what material? If anything, at least this gives us the material.
You're right. But it's already made at this point. What's the point of spending the shift doing that?
Are you?
Malcolm, I have Groot slang hide on me. Can I make myself a cloak out of that?
Are you a master tanner?
Yeah.
Then yeah. Yeah, good. So let's see which it says consult. Does it? So what would a
say like a cloak would?
Yeah, blocking terrain, torn clothes, Pathfinder group counts as rags. So maybe loss. What would?
Maybe like the downpour option.
So I guess this kind of leaves it up to the game master. I feel like
that if you say like I have this,
I'd say the cloak would help you in downpour. It would help you. The silk cloak might not get torn easily, and those would probably be the only two that I'd see some benefit to.
We'll still get it for you for now, while you work on the Groot slang hide.
Yeah.
All right. And then
I feel like the hide, if you made it like kind of like a leather, like what's it, like a leather shield would usually be like leather stretched over wood. You could like stretch the leather over the chest piece so it covers that symbol.
You could just kind of like down just to come over it. I mean, I don't know what you. I mean,
well, it's not going to. Here's the thing: is your armor doesn't stack, so your armor is always going to be better than anything you build with But so the only thing you could do is build Grootling armor and wear that instead, where it's not going to. So your armor deal gives you certain disadvantages, right? So it makes it harder to swim. It makes it harder to sneak. It makes it harder to I think acrobatics. So you've got disadvantage on acrobatics. You've got disadvantage on swimming, and you've got disadvantage on stealth. So I imagine there's a point in the future where you may want to just make that Grootling into a different type of armor, but or you make it into an armor piece that does. But right now, does it say on the Grootling hide? Because you should have noted what the armor is on the Grootling. Otherwise, I can look it up. I think I have the Grootling right here. Because basically, when you create a monster's armor, it's going to be, if you were to create armor for that, it's going to be half what the armor was when the monster was alive. So
what about not making armor, but just like the aesthetics of
if he's making something aesthetic, then it's just crafting. I mean, if you're just doing it for cosmetics, that's fine.
But the cloak can do that also.
The cloak can do that as well.
You know what? I'm just going to use the spider silk cloak, and then I'll modify that to fit over my armor.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a great look. You know when it's like a cloak, but they've cut holes in, so it's kind of like the long, like sort of like what they wear in Dune, where your like arms are free.
Oh,
but
your arms are free.
And,
yeah.
like hanging.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
It's 80 silver, so it's only like it's 8 gold.
8 gold.
Or 8.
Michaela's like holding up like one color and another to like make sure it looks nice.
Or actually, we should be going because you actually do have silver, so you probably want to come from your silver funds. Usually it's 80 silver.
So 80 silver.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at you with pouty face. I want spider silk.
We're getting spider silk. Just let me check to make sure it's long enough. Like I'm like which cloak is longest. I'm like doing that thing your mom does, where like I'm holding it up to your neck and making you hold it, and then like making sure that it like hits the ground. Yeah.
Would you guys want the Groot slang armor?
If it's not metal, I might be able to wear it. Because that's my thing, is because I do spells occasionally. So.
Because Malcolm said it's a tanning ability.
Well, all monster skin is going to be like leather essentially. So, but it's not going to be normal. It's going to be what the monster's armor, half what the armor was. So, so basically, give me the crafting check, since I imagine that's what you would have done in the past day. Yep. And
I'll grab a cloak too, but Ashton, do you want a cloak?
What kind of cloak?
Spider silk.
Does it do anything special, or is it just spider silk cloak?
Spider silk cloak.
Yep.
Nah, That it'll make him look too old and decrepit.
It'll make him look
this
too
old
much
man
like
got
Gandalf the
cobwebs
White.
on him.
We dragged him out of the crypt.
Armor
I'll grab
is-
2 more. If anything,
Okay.
we can sell one of them. If if Sean doesn't want it, then I'll buy one for myself also. So 120.
So the Grusling armor is going to make a leather armor that's a 3. That's that's 1 higher than standard leather armor. So, you know, like
It's better than the quilt that I'm wearing right
studded
now.
leather is 2, regular leather is 1. So yeah, the Grusling. So and you can almost imagine like maybe he could add maybe use the leather pieces to add to your quilted armor. That would make it a 3.
All right, hold on. Oh, I got a demon.
Oh.
No, my armor.
So you ruined it. As like trying
It's my
to.
first time, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
And
you
so
tried. At least we know we can do that the next time we kill.
here's what
a
I'll
big
say.
scary
Here's what
animal.
I'll say. You end up. Well, I should. The funny joke is that in our other game, Eddie's a tanner, and because because the way you really work on tanning is to use like urine, I guess, to cure. Like, I don't even know, but
Yeah, and, like, brains
so he's
and
always
stuff.
talking about how everything that he makes just smells like piss, like all the armor that he finalized from. But what I'll say is that you end up making something, hat, covering, that could be used cosmetically, but it's essentially useless from a armor standpoint. So you made something cosmetic.
I'll wear it,
You need to
like,
decide what that is.
Oh, you know what?
But
Keep
the
it
armor
so-
value of it was next to nothing.
No problem. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. So go ahead, keep the spider silk. We can sell it somewhere else, and I'll wear the Grootslang hide as a cover for the armor.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
I
gonna
just
be
thought it would look cool to be in the thing, but okay. So that means we'll have 2 spares because I definitely want to keep one, and I don't know if Sean's gonna want one, so we'll buy 2. If Sean wants one, we'll give him 1. If he doesn't want one, we can sell 2 wherever we end up going.
All right.
Yeah, nice little cloak.
Yep. So they're just like really well made cloaks, and maybe
Light
even
and
they
light and
maybe
airy.
if you ever sell them, maybe they even go for a little bit more than what you bought them.
There you go.
In addition, yeah, you haven't been able to find anything magical, and I know because you felt that role to so you're not looking for something like healing and potion wise hasn't turned you up anything good there. But maybe if you stay over, maybe it's a matter of just sticking around in town and staying another day. Maybe something will eventually pop up. But so far on, day 2, this is what you found.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, we don't need. Makeda's more worried about getting out of there in like a timely fashion between all of this like training and learning and shopping.
Yeah.
So she'll just grab her cloak and.
You find that at some point while you're walking through stalls, Menavir pops up.
Wait, did we want to last chance? Then did we want to try and sell, like be like, hey, Masterwork broadsword, who wants it? Masterwork broadsword.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like we don't really need the money right now.
So just keep it on hand in case. Just keep it in the cart.
Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll keep it in the cart for now then.
Yeah, and I'd
Into the
say, okay, and then
Sorry, what were you saying, Malcolm?
and then you all are pretty rich right now, so I'm probably gonna start doing some kind of attrition rolls for just like basic like needs and stuff. But you guys haven't gotten far enough to it's like every week or something, maybe just deducting some basic monies that you would have to spend.
Well, we have like the rations in our group wallet inventory thing, but we haven't really been counting how much we've been eating, so we probably do have to buy some rations while we're here.
and should be a ration a day, and then typically rations, and then I just think about things like you buy drinks, you get washed up, you pay for an inn here and there, you like trading, bartering, money comes, money goes. I think far too often in our D&D campaigns we just be having unlimited money, so that might be something I think about. I haven't figured it out. It won't be but it's something I'll think about. I gotta work on because the other group is the same way.
We should also buy a horse, so poor JJ is not pulling this cart. And we don't need to rely on the skeletons to pull the cart either if we want to go somewhere where we don't want the skeletons out and about.
Then we can keep JJ as more of a pet because he's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we should try and train him, like on the road. Attack
Is that
raptor.
like a separate role to train the raptor?
No idea.
I'm just thinking Jurassic Park. Clever girl.
It's gonna be
whoa,
yeah.
Whoa, the little clicker. We got the little clicker, and we're like, whoa.
Some beast lore checks that's what those would be. To continue to train, which you haven't been back to. I think so. So that means see, for example, you got to have somebody. You have to be paying somebody to take care of that animal. It probably eats a crap ton of meat on a daily basis. Okay, yeah. So you're like, so that needs to be paid for. Those are the kind of things that you think about, like while they're back, while she's back there. Other than that, I guess while you're in the market stalls, you notice that Menavir. So you're gonna buy a horse. Okay, horse. What is the cost of a regular horse? That's gonna be
a regular horse is
horse and then take care of the horse and get the horse.
I'm gonna take it for walks and I'm gonna take really good care of it.
Oh, dude, trust me, it's gonna go on walks.
Where is it? Services, hunting and fishing, means of travel. Animals. Riding horse. Do they just have normal? What about a donkey?
Donkey?
Donkey for 12 gold. It cannot be ridden, but it can carry weight units and it can pull the cart. How many do we need to pull the cart?
So how is your day going as you're looking at a horse to buy? Manavir walks up.
Donkey or horse, whatever they have.
A donkey for heroes. We've got a donkey and a horse, and as someone is trying to tend to that. He's just kind of talking to you. I mean, the horse would be more fitting, but if you're just carrying your things, then I guess a donkey,
a cart horse.
Yes, unless you're gonna all ride horses.
A cart horse. We don't need like a war horse. We just need a good, sturdy, strong animal.
Sure, why not? If you're heroes, you should all be on horseback. 4 horses. Why? Come on, live a little, spend some money, travel faster.
That's a lot to take care of.
Yeah, we travel a lot of places where it's easier to go on foot sometimes.
Fine.
We leave the riches to you, Miniver.
So I just wanted to ask, well, you sound like you're going to be leaving, and I think I owe you. I owe you, and just to let you know, you know where I stand on the Order of the Veil, and I still believe that they are long term. Let me be quiet. Let us walk and talk. They are still a threat. I still believe that the best idea, or the best course of action, is to move forward with. Duke was a piece of shit, but he did have a good plan of giving those barrels to Valeth and having them brought into the fort. Where
I worry that perhaps Valeth is a little more discerning than the Duke was giving him credit for. That you may need something with a little bit more finesse and a little bit less as soon as they look in the barrel and can see that it's that's when the plan goes sideways,
Well, that's why the top barrels are going to be full of regular ale. Maybe even the heroes that they've just adorned with metals would be the best ones to deliver such a gift.
Kate is going to clap a furry paw on Miniver's shoulder and say, Miniver, you're very cute, but you're not dying for cute.
It's not for me. It's for these. Look at the people. Look around. Smiles, cheering, some actual laughter. Not quite the sinister kind. I won't be here in maybe even 20 years, but 50 years. And, but with the order, how many of these people will still be able to have the life that they have? Just a thought. But I hear you. I'm definitely not worth dying for.
How's Ashton responding to this? If he's in the huddle.
What I missed that, Ashton.
Let's not be too hasty in trying to blow them to Kingdom Come.
Okay. So we hold on.
There are other threats out there. And their particular brand of zealotry may be best for dealing with other, more substantial threats in the future.
So you suggest we just sit on this powder keg that is sitting within these four walls on this cliff that could probably level this small village if they ever go up. I'm just wondering if it all staying here is safe. I will store it here. It is hopefully, looking at the map, it's in the citadel, so like we're in that ruin,
Yeah,
maybe
like
that,
there,
but
so.
okay.
Perhaps you sell them half of the stores.
Ooh.
And then it's mutually assured destruction. They don't use their barrels on you, you don't use their barrels on them.
It's a thought.
That way you have some insurances for yourself.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
Noted. Thank you, old man. I'm sure I take your wisdom as an elf, with a bit of more weight than the average fellow.
Hey.
As you should.
Nothing against you, my friend.
Ears back.
I'm gonna lean down. Are you gonna take this disrespect, McKenna?
He's useful for now.
Well, I've got a.
Like I said, he's kind of cute.
I've got a play to go finish writing, and so I want to focus on that. But I would say, I heard through the grapevine that you were looking for something magic in nature, healing, supplements. Come with me. He walks you over, and so the tavern that you're in, that you were at, Outer Home Tavern, is a makeshift. It was restructured from a barn. He takes you around back and behind there, where there actually is an actual portion of it that's still used kind of as a barn. There is next to that a small little shack or a hut. And there's these bead shingles over this small house, and there's this very strong substance smell coming from this area, and inside the hut something's brewing, and I can't put your finger on it's almost like a rotten egg type smell as you draw closer. And he parts the ways. He says, sisters, ladies, top of the morning, or it's almost afternoon now to you. Good to see you. I have friends who could might be able to use your services. Makeda, let me introduce you to the Samaya sisters. And there are 3 women with long, stringy black hair, and they could pass for almost pale humans, if not for their ears and the slight tusks on their teeth that you realize they are orcs. We are. What do you need? As one kind of ladles the small medicinal substance that she's cooking, and the different like rabbit's feet and animal pieces that are dried and leathery that are hanging from the ceiling. You realize they are clearly witches at the least, depending on how whether you see that as derogatory or not. And
as long as they're not hags.
They lean forward and, what can we help you with, my lady?
McKenna,
I love your shades and your fur.
thank you.
Your fur is so.
Petting that. That's cool. Well, the glasses they are barrow polished.
Beautiful.
We're here because a little birdie, a little Miniver, told us that perhaps you could help us locating some potentially healing potions, unctions, potions.
Well, if you ever need us, we specialize, say, sisters, in healing. Yes, we do. But if you just need a potion or two, I will find that, while very bitter, ours are the best, quite strong. And then when it says it's quite strong, she kind of goes rummaging around in a little bowl full of like bottles, and then pulls an empty bottle out and takes a cork very quickly and starts to ladle some of that very dark rank liquid into this. It does not and she kind of turns it over to you. That is a potion that will work very, very well. Give me a moment to give you the properties. I don't know as this is happening, I don't know if there's anything that's kind of being said or any reaction to.
Do we want to maybe ask him, because you just want magical crafting tools. These like alchemical tools don't count for that, right? Like this is for
there's actually an entire alchemical which someone in Daru does as well. So this is they could also help you with alchemical stuff, but if he's looking for crafting, yes, I didn't know that, they may you can still ask. This is the place to ask. Is that what you bring up? Is that what you say, Kazan, or
Makeda like tugs on him,
tugs him,
ask him about
I'm an aspiring magical crafter. Do you have any tools?
Eric, you want to craft magical tools, huh? She goes, "Come, let me see your paw." Pawed hand, and she flips it over and she looks, and
it's like furry between the beams.
She reads. She looks the long lifeline.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. Kid is peering around your shoulder,
it is possible for you to be able to craft, but you must find the right mentor. There is someone you already know who knows this ability. You must go on a quest for them and complete this quest to find this crafting ability you wish. So
you're right. McKenna, she's good.
McKenna McKenna's looking at his paw. You got all that from his paw?
Yeah, she's very wise.
Paw.
McKenna's pulls your hand closer and is squinting out
I'm gonna pull my hand away. Leave it to the professional.
Manaver goes, "They are the real deal. Most people are scared of them, but they are the real deal." And so let me give you a second.
Look at this friggin' cat.
Oh.
Megatron. Starscream. I am still functional.
She's just knocked out.
So good. Cheryl, you said you had found healing potion right in the rulebook. What is its properties?
Yeah. Let me
I just found it. So healing potion dose is 2d6. Okay.
Yep.
This is a I want to make it a this is a 3d8 healing
Whoa.
potion.
Oh, that's good.
Very good. They are professionals.
But it is
It causes diarrhea.
But it costs 10,000 gold.
So this doesn't work in D&D, but do they have something akin to a mana potion for restoring willpower?
Like sort of like a potion that just it's like a what's that
Gives
spell
you like a
charge where
boost,
you can like
yeah.
put will points into it. They like charged a bottle of water or something.
It's kind of like taking a round rest, but as a swig. Because a round rest is an action, so I guess you'd be throwing it. Yeah, it could be used at that, but not being not only having to have one of them. I would think so. They would probably cost quite a bit. So, but it is this potion is 150 gold coins.
I wasn't originally going to barter with them very much, but this is it's only the one dose. It's only a one.
It's a one swig, yeah. 3d8.
That's pretty powerful.
It is pretty powerful. 3d8. That's very powerful. This is going in Kazan's inventory as soon as we buy it. Do I want to try bartering with them? I don't know. I feel like it's disrespectful to barter with witches. Like,
I like these witches. They're good people. Okay.
I thought these
the
were
money,
alchemists.
Alchemists.
You
That's
could-
like the more respectable term.
Like witch stuff is.
What?
The witch magic, from what I understood, is like just a little bit of everything, but the components you use are weird, and it's more like hexes and curses.
Yeah.
Versus this is mixing chemicals.
Let's do it. Let's do 150 gold.
I'm gonna give unless you.
This was 65 gold.
I would say you seem to have interesting items on you.
Would you like a masterwork broadsword, madame?
No, I have no use for that.
A masterwork hand axe, madame?
I sense a shriveled heart.
Ooh, yeah, we do have that.
And maybe even
have that?
an eye in a jar.
Yeah, we got those from the what's it called? The hag.
From the hags, yeah.
Do we want to? Perhaps it is an equal trade, this distillation for these raw ingredients.
Do you all know what those things do? Has anyone ever like?
They're in alchemy.
Yeah, so we'll leave. As you pull those out, the person said, says they would they will take the Eye of the Forgotten and the Zamant, the heart, and give you the potion. That would be
just the heart.
They'll take both.
Take both. Okay, actually, let me check really quick what those are again. Group inventory. So that's Elrond's heart. Eye of the Forgotten allows scrying for once per day. Allows scrying for 4 charges. Do we use that at all?
You haven't. These have just been sitting in your inventory for a long time.
And what's Zamani's heart?
It's a beating heart in a gourd jar. It can be used to cast resurrection.
Oh, no, we're not giving that up.
But
Sorry.
reduces the cost of willpower of the user by 3 permanently.
No, we're good. We're going to pay the money. We're going to pay the gold.
I mean, I feel like we can give up the eye, because
I'm
We don't
pretty
use
sure
scrying.
scrying is in the book, so we can learn that.
Okay, yeah. Makeda will pull back and be like, the heart's a bit, we're heroes, we're adventurers. It's an insurance policy.
I
Perhaps
understand.
we come out some gold plus the eye.
Bartering check. She, and if you succeed, she'll give. If you succeed, she'll do.
Like half.
She'll do the 100 gold and the eye. She'll take 50 off.
That's only worth 50.
These people here to try to drive a hard bargain.
Damn it. Failed. I'll push it though. I'll push it. Please. Yay. Success.
Okay. 80 gold coins and the eye. Deal. And then as you're transferring over her kind of like blackened fingertips, the coin, she kind of grabs your wrist and says, "But beware, a resurrection from a spell or resurrection item from a witch is never without great cost. You may not know what to do with cursed items as such. But sisters, this is a great thank you." And they kind of take the eye and they like look at it and like put it on a shelf.
right next to like a little Dugunda pop figure. Like
and maybe they're just trying to scare you or whatever because they didn't get what they wanted. But hey, you came out on top some things. Kazan kind of knows the path that he needs to take. You've got a couple things you need. And all, might be well.
got what you need. All right, so we can skip over collecting any letters that we collect, but we can I can message you later about them messages.
Yeah, the letters
heading south, but southward bound.
And so they would be heading back to Daru, if I'm not mistaken.
Passing through Daru
and heading south. Got it.
Just to check in with some people, drop off a message for the Saturday group about warn them about the increased skeleton guy presence.
Yeah. And so today was a good day. No poison, no fights, no monsters. Just a good day of working with folks and new toys, things to learn, and a horse as they began to leave Grindbone behind and head off on where the path takes them next. And any last thoughts or shares before we close out for the evening from anyone? Otherwise, I'll take it back. Give you some.
I will say, what is it? Tashura's Grimoire pretty much has all the spells necessary to where we can make basic magic items that are one-time use.
Yep.
So Ashton can learn those spells and then Kazan can forge the weapon, and then Ashton can do the temporary enchantments while he just to kind of demonstrate putting magic into objects.
So that I can learn.
That way you can later on learn the actual
Could make it easier.
Yeah. Like give him some understanding.
Well, that'll definitely help because my intelligence in my languages is really low.
I can train you on languages. My languages is 18.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'll definitely be using that.
Mine's 15, so if Grandpa's busy, I can also help.
Sweet. All right. And then how long of a rest do we need to train with it? Is it a ship? For each training? Okay. Sounds good.
Yay.
And so off they go into the wilderness. Somewhere in the high tower of Arion, Valith walks into a chamber that is like these huge like drapes, and there's tables, like it's a circular room, wooden tables, mahogany full of like scrolls all laid out, and there's a woman with white hair. She kind of draped over in her long hands, and she wears like heavily adorned golden chains, almost like make her hunch down, and all of them are adorned in the Order of the Veil iconography and signals and sigils and all of that. And Valith walks in his, like, not in his armor, but in his like normal, very fine kind of robe like clothes. As he approaches the woman, he says, "Enough with the studying of those things. I need you to work on this." He puts the crown on the table. "Wake them up and talk to them, each of them. Vidria especially. This one," he points to the green stone, goes by the call's eye. But the stone inside, it should be Vidria. It may take a while, my lord. As long as it needs, this is your priority, as I think I have a lead on the next stone. And she goes, "Absolutely." And out she walks, and she begins to like eye the stone and look at it, and starts to look at the green stone that is Eleron. "Vidria, are you in there?" As we push in on it, and crash, and, slowly fade out and end our session there. Good game.
We're gonna be in trouble. Maybe she'll fall in love with Elrond. Maybe this will be the start of a beautiful relationship.
Oh.
All right, good stuff. Well, let's so if you did spells and those things, those would be, we probably already did those in games, so those will be marked, but you have access to them now going forward. And then now you can mark your normal 4, and a 5th one if you actually 3 only this game, because I don't think there was any challenges that we overcame, any physical challenges that we overcame. So just 3, and then you can mark a 4th if you actually play to your weakness. I don't think there was much of that this game. So 3, and then any dragons,
demon, so.
Yes, and your demon, Ohan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So good stuff. Yeah. So right around time, I figured we said we'd gonna go no shorter game, but good enough for figuring out where we're at, where we're headed. So, and I'll treat Daru as a stop off. So you'll have stopped off, dropped off some information, right? And then so we won't start in Daru next session. I imagine that we will start on the road to. You were going to. Well, there might be some information you learned in Daru. I'll just give you that. But I imagine we are going to be on the road to... Let me find it here. The Spirit Bottle. The bar that is near the Great Library. And so it's right next to the Great Library. Remember you were remember the library that that
Kira's dad.
Yes, asked you to go to. It's right near that dungeon, and then it's right before you get to the city of Jaffa. So definitely a new area that we've never explored on the map. A lot of new things to see and possibly encounter. So good stuff. We'll pick up probably closer to there, because I'm gonna speed. Usually you'll notice these little dots I put through. Usually those I kind of speed run people through those if they've already taken those travel. So pretty much you're looking at a fast shot all the way down past the swamp, past the Whispering Marsh, to that area. So when we kick off, you'll be, if you're looking at actually, if I show the map here, we're looking at probably starting on one of the hexes. I went cyberpunk all of a sudden, but I like it's still working for me. So you've already been down here. So we're looking at, unless you're, going to Crag Ridge, we'll probably start in one of these two spaces, moving into the space that has the great library, the spirit bottle's there. I'll fill you in and remind you the what was asked of you for that. Remember, it was Daru. It is the blacksmith that has requested this. Tasalo wants you to go.
Because a friend of his went missing, right?
Yeah, he claims that. No, he actually claims that his drinks were spiked by the half-orc owner there, and that the owner so that he would lose a bet and take his money. So he wants you to check out, see what the hell they're. He believes they're doing some underhanded things. So he wants you to check it out.
Okay, cool.
So yep, that's where we'll pick up. Good stuff.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah,
nice
thanks.
little shopping episode.
Yeah. Can eat those every
We
now
did
and then.
not
I'm
get
trying.
caught.
Yep. And then I'm probably not gonna stay on too long just so because I can tell that Emery is still up, so I'm gonna go try to put her down to sleep and give her.
Holy crap, I'm gonna wrap up so I can try.
Yeah, and I know you got get good luck with your with the interview tomorrow. Yeah, wishing the best for that, and yeah, and then we'll be back to it in 2 weeks where things will get a little bit more dangerous again.
That they always.
But that was good because that was kind of I figured closing out a little mini arc in itself, saving a village. Almost I always treat those like milestones anytime you really radically change something in the world.
Oh right, we get a hero.
And you get a hero. You get a heroic ability.
But I did not pick mine yet.
So don't forget to add that. And yeah, you guys are all set.
I got my swords to 18.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm in mastery. So that I'm going to be able to hold my 2 swords now.
No, not another one, but the one. So I gave one at the beginning of the game. So if you already picked one, Jameson, you're good. I don't think Cheryl had picked hers.
Oh no, yeah, I hadn't picked one when we got it at the start.
So it's just one, not 2. Cool.
I got one-handed mastery for.
Yeah, if you want to learn a magic school, magical talent is a very good.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll look at the handbook later and I'll make my choice. But
okay.
Don't let me forget AI summary lady. Make sure to put in the end of the summary that Cheryl still needs to pick a heroic ability. Thank
yes.
You. All right, guys. Well,
all right, y'all. Thank you. Thanks for getting on a little bit later and working with me on tonight because I didn't want to have to push it, but it was it was gonna be tough. So thanks for
it happens. Yeah, cool. We're good.
All right, folks.
Good night.
Good night. Peace.